Hello and welcome to CX Today. My name is Charlie. I'm the senior editor here at CX Today. And today I'm joined by Paul Lang, head of contact center solutions at Avaya. Paul, it's great to have you join us today. How are you doing?
Doing very well, Charlie. Great to meet you and great to be with you today.
Yeah, so I'm really looking forward to kind of our conversation for the CX Summit, where we'll kind of talk about a little bit about Avaya and your plans for the future. But kind of first of all, I was looking to find out a little bit more kind of about your outlook on CX. So can you give us a little bit of an introduction to Avaya and kind of your role there?
Absolutely. So I head up the CX marketing solutions team across Avaya. We're really looking at how CX plays into the overall total experience. That includes, of course, customer experience, uh, employee experience, the user experience, and the overall multi-experience, across the core. Today we absolutely, as consumers, use a variety of media to reach out into organizations' contact centers. And, perhaps over the last couple of years, contact centers and customer experience have become more important as we've been living remote lives. And I think this is going to continue, no, maybe not completely. Hopefully, this virus goes away for all of us, but I think it has changed how we're going to work um, permanently, and it's going to be some hybrid type of work, going forward at least for the next few years.
Hmm. Yeah, I think that's very interesting, and you use a particularly interesting phrase there of the total experience. And I'm hearing kind of Avaya talk about that a lot, and I think that kind of very much reflects where the industry is heading. But kind of talking a bit about kind of maybe the past 12 months first, kind of where are your customers finding most value in the kind of Avaya portfolio?
Yeah, I think at the center of it all, we have a consistent media processing core across the Avaya One Cloud experience platform. And I think our unique approach really transforms the cloud from a service to actually an experience. And the core advances the cloud technology by taking that media layer and moving it to the cloud so that whether it be in a contact center, be it in a normal collaboration, those communication experiences can be far more easily both composed and also more efficiently delivered. It's going to be across the board rather than having different endpoints and different media streams all having to be interconnected and interwoven with each other, which, as most people know, integrating all of these things with different application programming interfaces is more of a challenge. So, with this core media processing, it's going to make it a better experience, it's going to make it simpler, and it's going to be delivered more efficiently.
Mm. Yeah, absolutely. I think it's a particularly fascinating kind of journey almost. I've spoken to a lot of kind of people who've been implementing Avaya software, and they particularly like kind of the incremental approach that you guys have been taking, and I think it's particularly interesting. But maybe focusing more on kind of the individual products within the Avaya portfolio. Kind of what have you seen really come to the fore recently, and why?
Yeah, let me pick three, Charlie, because if I pick more than three, we'll be here for a day and a half.
Yeah.
Um, so the three I'm going to focus on are all around my uh, span of control around our portfolio. So firstly, as part of our One Cloud Experience platform, I'd like to pull out our One Cloud Contact Center as a Service capability. It's a great all-in-one solution, cloud-based, of course, and allows that flexibility and growth at the customer's pace. It's a proven solution with extensive capabilities about getting the customer connected, orchestrating their journey throughout the contact center, um, providing the relevant knowledge and insights to help both the customer and the organization's employees serving them, and then managing those resources across the board. Second one is another cloud-based solution, and it's got the capability name of Avaya Conversational Intelligence. So this really does deliver a great experience for the employees. So it transcribes in real time and pushes information and knowledge to customer relationship management systems, and also provides knowledge and insights to the agent on the screen that's in front of them, so that they can actually focus on serving the customer, and also can ultimately bring in a customer if assistance is needed. They miss out on compliance. It really does leverage artificial intelligence and also natural language processing to really increase that agent performance in real time and reduce the time they have to spend after the call. And it really does bring in that regulatory compliance and minimize and summarize interaction details into actionable intelligence. Last one is the rise of virtual assistants or virtual agents. Today, I think a lot of us prefer a self-service approach, and these virtual agents, if they're configured easily and correctly with a low code, no code environment, they really can transform the self-service, but still allow that escalation to human agents as needed. And they really do leverage that natural language understanding. And over time, that will move to natural language generation, where it really will be, they can interpret and anticipate and give answers on the fly almost.
Yeah, I think those are three particularly strong examples that you shared there, and I think something that I saw last week as well actually was that Avaya have kind of launched their ready to deploy virtual agent, and considering kind of where we were with conversational AI only 5 or 6 years ago and how long it would take to get a kind of chatbot into play or a voice bot or something. That capability is particularly powerful, I think.
Yeah, it's turning, months and, well, maybe not years, but it's turning months into days to have something up and running. So that return on investment can be realized much quicker.
Yeah, I think it's a fascinating space to kind of keep an eye on for the future, especially, and kind of taking on that forward thinking mindset almost. What kind of will be the main focus for Avaya kind of in the next 12 months?
I think what we're going to see is our media processing core coming into its own, because it's going to deliver that consistent experience across all of our solutions, be it in unified communications, be it in contact center, um, be it in our communications platform as a service, our CPaaS core. And also, I think you're going to see it really helping with workstream collaboration, really for us, epitomized by our Avaya Spaces application that, has kept us going as a remote workforce, throughout the pandemic and, and beyond. I really think that media processing core really is going to allow those experiences to become even more easily composed and more efficiently delivered as we go forward.
I think that's a trend that we're definitely seeing a lot in terms of the CCaaS and UCaaS kind of coming together. And with Avaya, I suppose you kind of already have those capabilities built in, and that could save a lot of work for companies that kind of want to drive more of a collaborative customer experience and also improve agent experience. And
Well,
yeah.
just one other comment on that. I think everybody in the organization either is or should feel they are in customer service, because that's going to be a great differentiator moving forward.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think we've talked about so many interesting trends. And I think that's a particularly good example. And if our viewers want to kind of find out more about kind of the latest trends that you're seeing at Avaya, and also kind of the latest developments within your portfolio, kind of where can they go to find out more?
Well, I think I just have to say, you just have to visit the Avaya Content Hub at CX Summit. It's going to be a great source of information, education, and if people have further questions, we'll of course follow up.
Excellent. I think that's the perfect place to end today's conversation with. Thank you very much for joining me, Paul.
Thank you, Charlie. Thank you for your time.
Excellent. And thank you everybody for watching. Bye for now, and see you again soon.